I got my first real six string, bought it at the 5 and dime, played it till my fingers bled, was the summer of '69.
Alright, hey there everybody. So if you're like me, you're kind of looking through the interwebs trying to figure out how I'm going to get my older style moose plow off my old quad, which I sold, onto one of my other ones, which is the 2001 Kawasaki Prairie 400. So everything that I was able to find wanted you to center mount it, which brought that mounting plate back underneath here at the bottom and then stuck out the front. Well, I wanted to have a little bit more travel up front. So what we did is we built this little box, and I'll show you how we did it real quick. So essentially right past this brush guard here is the frame rails. And if you can kind of see that little weld right there, we took and nipped off the front edge of the frame rails, which were crimped closed, opened them up, and then we slid this tubular, these tubes right back in there, and we made a frame on the outside of this. So this frame sticks out, oh, that's about, I don't know, that's about 4 inches maybe from 4.5 from the front edge of this brush guard. And then we built a cage out of channel. So it's a toolless design on and off. It's pretty cool. So we built this cage out of channel and then attached to it a piece of 3/16 for our faceplate. And then we actually added on a little section, not add on, we carved out a little section in this faceplate here. So this plow actually articulates as well as goes up and down. So if you kind of see me lift up on it, and that little space right there, so when I'm at an angle, it doesn't wear on one side of the bar versus the other. So that's what we did. And then we just mounted the whole thing to this front frame of the original plow, and we chopped off this bottom right here and put this whole plate on and then brought it through. So that was pretty much it. The only other thing that we did is I picked up a new little winch, just a small one at Harbor Freight, and then we added a crossbar here on the front frame, and I just mounted this thing right to the frame, ran the wiring back, and that's where we were with this plate here. So it's pretty slick. I'll show you real quick. This has a button design, which is kind of neat. So you just push and hold this guy, and we're going to retract it. And you can see the clearance there. Obviously we're at an angle right now, so it's not going to be as high on this end because this is obviously lower. But were we to be straight, you'd see that lift clearance. We got about at least 16 inches of clearance on here, and it'll go all the way up, getting as high as we want until I hit that little spot right there. This thing will tuck right back in there. So and then it'll self-level based on this articulator, and that'll make it wear nice. We redid the wear bars too, but that'll make it wear nice and even. And then added some new feet back here. So quite a bit of machining if you're into that, but just to give you guys an option if you have that capability or someone that you might know does. Oh, let me show you on off real quick. Let me pause here. Okay, so for the on off, all I got to do is put this thing in neutral. There's neutral there. It's all toolless, so if I'm not around, my wife can do it. Undo the winch, and then we did a big solid 5/8 pin right through here. And this guy just clips off. Hold on one second. You can see that clip there. Let me do it with two hands though. Okay, so that's off of there. And then it's just that guy will squeeze on out. He comes out, and actually, all right, sorry, I lost my video there. So what we actually did is, if you can see this little plate right here, we welded one on this side as well. Those are little hooks. So you can actually set this thing up here and hook it, but then putting it back on, slide the rod through, so you have to keep holding on to it. So anyways, but to get it off, just the opposite. I'm gonna lift up, put it over here on the concrete, just kind of shimmy that guy forward. Obviously this is disconnected, and that little piece right there is all you got left. Not ever going to impact anything really. It's still up about at least 7-8 inches, maybe. Not going to impact anything. So there you have it. Pretty slick little operation, and good luck if you want to give it a shot.